time for proponents. And now we'll go to opponents until 11:20. The first opponent, please.
Thank you, Chairman Murphy and members of the committee. My name is Cherry Brady, C-H-E-R-R-I-E, Brady, and I represent Safe Community, Safe Kids. I represent the over 19,000 people who signed a petition to repeal medical marijuana. And while I am sure that Senator Lewis's intentions are good, and I can see that they are, we have to strongly oppose this bill. I would like to share these packets with the committee if I could. I am sure you're all aware that the campaign to get medical marijuana on the ballot in Montana was instigated and funded by an organization called the Marijuana Policy Project, or MPP. The MPP put around $500,000 into that campaign. Why would they do that? Well, I'd like to submit to you that it was not out of compassion for the sick and the dying. I have a letter in your packet that was written to an associate of ours. It's an email. It's an email that went out from the MPP. And in that email, Rob Campia, who is the executive director of the MPP, clearly admits that it is the goal of the MPP to get full legalization of marijuana. Also included in your packet is an article that is found on several pro-marijuana sites. And in that article, there is a quote from Tom Dubert, who was the point man for the 2004 initiative.
Ma'am, you're getting too personal, using people's names and judging their motives.
Okay.
Please stick to your side of the question.
I will. So as Rob Campia goes on to state that the 2011 strategic plan shows that they are winning. So I looked up their 2011 strategic plan. It is included in these packets. And underneath launch statewide initiatives, which is their plan for the next year, it says to canvass our allies in California to devise a consensus initiative to tax and regulate marijuana. Launch and complete a signature drive in Colorado to tax and regulate marijuana. It's very clear that their next needed steps towards full legalization is to get a state to tax medical marijuana. Please do not let Montana be that state. In speaking with principals and educators across the state, we've come to understand the devastating impact this law is having on our youth. Our one principal told us that they have kids that are prostituting themselves to other kids to get their marijuana. A sixth grade teacher told us that she has sixth graders coming to class at 8 in the morning already stoned because their brothers and sisters have medical marijuana cards. And educators are finding it difficult to convince kids that smoking pot is wrong when there is signage everywhere and adults are calling it medicine. The state is now showing the consequences of this law. We are now number 2 in the nation for drug teen marijuana use, and our youth are in crises. Do we really want to make money off of that? Do we want to capitalize on the downfall and destruction of our kids? As legislators, it is your job to put in place laws that protect the citizens that you represent. The youth of Montana depend on their leaders to do what is right in their best interest. They depend on you and on me. I ask you in their behalf to stop this scam and to vote against this House bill. We can lead the nation in a repeal and restore honor and order to our state, or we can lead the nation in moving one step closer to full legalization. And so on behalf of the youth and Safe Community, Safe Kids, I ask that you vote against this bill. Thank you.
Thank you. Next opponent.